Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel. I hope you're doing well and staying home. Anyway, today I'm going to be ranking every single companion in the Legend of Zelda series, from worst to best. But before I go and ramble on about Fi, oh shut up, and many others, if you like what you see, please do like this video and subscribe for more weekly content. Please do keep in mind that I don't count any animal companions. Examples of this are Epona in the well-known Ocarina of Time, the Crimson Loftwing that originates in Skyward Sword, Wolf Link from the darker Twilight Princess, or Ricky, Dimitri, and Moosh from the lesser known Oracle games. So here are the contestants, in order of which games they came from. Navi from the Ocarina of Time, Tatl from Majora's Mask, King of Red Lions from the Wind Waker, Eslo from the Minish Cap, Midna from the Twilight Princess, Linebeck from Phantom Hourglass, Ciela from Phantom Hourglass, Phantom Zelda from the Spirit Tracks, and Fi from Skyward Sword. So in that list I've just named, there are 9 unique companions, apart from the fact that 3 are fairies. Hey! Sorry. This means that we start off at number 9. Number 9. The King of Red Lions, from The Wind Waker. I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with this pick, as The Wind Waker is a fairly popular game nowadays. But let me reel you back in for a second. Let's be completely honest, in comparison to many others that may be featured on this list, the King of Red Lions character is not amazing. Now this is just my opinion, so please don't hate me for this, but despite not being annoying like many other companions in the series, I just don't think he's got much depth unlike many others in the series. I did debate whether to put this on my list or not, as he could be perceived as just a boat rather than a companion. If the character had more depth than just being Hyrule's king, then I could change my mind. However, for now, the king is placed last on my list. Number 8. Navi, from the popular Ocarina of Time. Some of you may be wondering why Navi is lower down this list than the king. Weirdly enough, I think it's because we have more backstory on Navi than we do the king. As we're shown at the start of the game, not much admittedly, but we're shown that Navi is faithful at the very least. This will prove very helpful in the Hero of Time's journey. But let's talk about the negatives, as there are many. Firstly, the one, the only. Hey, listen! At the beginning of Ocarina of Time, you are showered with those same words so many times, making this companion much more annoying than some others in the series. Weirdly enough though, these 2 words have become a staple of the series due to the fact that Ocarina of Time was so popular and well received at the time. My issue with Navi apart from those 2 words are the fact that 50% of the time, what Navi says is irrelevant, but they earn bonus points as she does provide that epic line at the end of the game. There's no way he's going to hold me back again, this time we fight together. But for me, Navi sits in the number 8 spot. Number 7. Tatl from Majora's Mask. Again, I feel like many people have already clicked off of this video at this point. However, fairies in the Zelda series as companions have never really struck with me, unlike many unique companions that lay within the Zelda games. However, Tatl is slightly more bearable than Navi, as they don't have an annoying catchphrase, but more of a tune. However, Tatl is found in a very unique Zelda game. For most people, Majora's Mask is the darkest game in the series. However, Tatl is so much like Navi, apart from the fact that they don't have a brother, and they're friends with the arrogant school kid. For me, Tatl is just so bland in a game that was so unique. Number 6. Ciela from the Phantom Hourglass. I feel like many people overlook the 2DS Zelda games, the Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. These are by no means the best games in the Zelda series, but they're also not the worst. However, one of the smaller things that makes Phantom Hourglass bearable is this primary companion, Ciela, the fairy. Again, the spirit of courage, who doesn't know that she is that until the middle of the game, when they're told by the Ocean King. The one that she's known as Grandpa all of her life. Her memory was taken years ago as Bellum first attacked the Ocean King's lands. I think her journey to finding out she's the spirit of courage by seeing the spirit of power and wisdom stare at her, and the defeat of Bellum restores her memories. In general, I believe that the character is nothing special, as she never says anything groundbreaking or revolutionary, placing her in a mediocre number 6 spot. Now we move into my top 5. There's no messing around from now on. Number 5. Spirit Zelda from the Spirit Tracks. Another from the DS Zelda games. However, this is the only time that we've ever seen Zelda as a companion, before Breath of the Wild 2 that is, but there's a catch. In this game, Zelda is a ghost. However, there is a perk to this. In the DS Zelda titles, there are enemies called phantoms. There are a few different types during the 2 games, and they all pose a threat to Link. However, what Zelda does in the Spirit Tracks is let you gain control over these toughened beings that can only be described as colossal beings in comparison to poor Toon Link. The way the story works with this companion is also fairly well structured, as the plot at the beginning of the game relies on the player to find the soul of Zelda and to bring her back to life. However, this also acts as a side quest to saving Hyrule by the climax of the game. And who can forget that ending we got with both of the Hero of Trains and Zelda piercing Mallad's skull with the Locomo sword. Number 4. Ezlo from the Minish Cap. The Minish Cap. Now this game is held as many Zelda fans' favourite 2D game. I could not say this myself, as I do have another in mind. However, I do think that one of the great qualities of the Minish Cap is Link's companion in this game, Ezlo, the Minish Cap. As the second Zelda game in the official timeline, this game has a lot of lore packed into it, and not least with Ezlo, as he was once the teacher and mentor of Vati. As Ezlo was a Picori, just like Vati was before Vati became power hungry and became obsessed with many different things. This lore, mixed with genuine comical lines with a speech and a general feel of togetherness when both Link and Ezlo are around, as they really feel like they're friends, even as Link doesn't talk. Not to mention the fact that he can turn Link into the size of a raindrop, a power that would prove very useful to the hero of the Minish. Now we get into my top 3. Number 3. Linebeck from the Phantom Hourglass. Linebeck is more of a secondary companion in the lesser loved Phantom Hourglass. The thing that sells Linebeck as my number 3 is the character arc that he overcomes. From being a stubborn, scurvy pirate that only cares about treasure and any sort of money, however, by the climax of the game, anybody will notice the immense change that the pirate makes, from that of a stereotypical pirate to a caring person, who actually cares about the hero of wins by the end of the game. A striking comparison from the start of the game. Also, the fact that you only see Linebeck as much as you do the king from the Wind Waker makes this companion not annoying at all. However, his arrogant manner at the start of the game does take him down a notch, but he's only second in how good his character arc is to 1. But Linebeck takes the 3rd spot with an amazing change in character and him not being an annoyance. Number 2. Fi from Skyward Sword. Now let's talk about Fi. You find her in the night as she leads you to the Goddess Sword spot, and at this point in the game, she seems to be reminiscent to a robot as she talks like one. However, throughout the game, she seems to gain some sort of human feelings, but more on that later. Honestly, I think that Fi could have clinched number 1 on this list. Her biggest issue is the fact that most of the time that she speaks, it's useless. An example of this is when you're in the Elden Volcano region and you run into a boiling part of the already scalding map. Fi comes out and says that you're too hot. Like, no. Fi. Let's talk about the end of Skyward Sword though. Such a satisfying end. Fi goes back into the sword as it lay in the pedestal. Thank you, Master Link. May we meet again in another life. However, among completion of the Master Sword Trials in Breath of the Wild, a sound effect of Fi plays. Perhaps she will be back in another life in Breath of the Wild 2. Here's my number 1, a fan favourite, Midna from the Twilight Princess. Where do I start with this amazing companion? First of all, without sounding weird, you can tell that the design of Midna was really worked on in comparison to other companions, and this companion has the best character arc in the entire Zelda series without a shadow of a doubt. Thinking of Link as only a useless beast and the Light World being nothing but arrogant, in comparison to where she comes from, the Twilight Realm. However, by the end of the game, Midna has grown quite accustomed to having Link around, and also, unlike many other Zelda companions, Midna doesn't have any annoying properties, as, most of the time, Midna actually says things to Link that are both relevant and useful, but more on the story. You can see the relationship between the hero of Twilight and Midna really form through the game, starting with Midna using Link in a way. As the game goes on, you begin to see that Midna actually wants to help Link save the land of Hyrule. As well, Link even saves Midna from death halfway through the game. There are so many things I could say about Midna, but I don't have enough time sadly. So here we are, the Queen of Twilight, in the number 1 spot. I thank all of you for watching this video. Out of the list I shared at the start of this video, who would you put where? Tell me in the comments, as I always respond and everybody deserves a voice. If you enjoyed, then please do drop a like and subscribe for more weekly content. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll catch you guys later.